Should be live. Let's check it out. Let's test it out. Let's say we're live. Yep, we're live. All right. Let me see. Oh, am I looking for this one? There we go. So, welcome everybody to another episode of Hitting the Polygons. It's episode 79, and not a whole lot went down this week as far as gaming news, but we got some interesting topics, and we got finally Emperor finally beat Elden Ring, so we're gonna get a little review from him from that. So I'm curious to see what his overall impressions are on the game after beating the last boss. But yeah, you got a couple of topics, and like I might I'm gonna give a very fast review on Doctor Strange, but I ain't gonna talk about the story really because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But I'm just gonna give my overall real fast opinion on the movie. Uh, but yeah, we got a couple stuff to talk about. Before we get started, I'll let everybody, like always, introduce themselves.
Hey, this is Emperor Gil, your co-host.
Hey, Jay's Devon Buddy. As always, glad to be here.
And yeah, I'm chaotic. You got some new glasses, Emperor? Is those new glasses you got on?
No,
Oh, for some reason they look different. Or they're shining or something. I don't know. Or the sunglasses. I don't
uh,
know.
probably clean them.
But yeah, like I said, not a whole lot of stuff went down, but got a couple of things happen, and we got some reviews to talk about, and uh, I think I'm just gonna I think I'm just gonna start out with, I guess, maybe the main topic if you want to say, but Square Enix, I don't know when this week, but of I guess I'm trying to say I've announced that they're selling off. Well, you know it's in the stages. If I'm not sure if the deal's done, but yeah, they're selling off the restaurant. Square Enix is in Japan, but they're selling off. They got restaurant developers over here, but they're selling off pretty much all the restaurant studios. Let me see if I can find the
I
actual.
have it open. You want?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and read the little statement then, so we get people. Then we can talk about it because I don't have it open anywhere. I don't see it.
Yeah. Um, well, the Embracer Group, which is the first time I ever heard of this
Yeah, yeah,
company,
yeah. You ain't lying, me too.
apparently has entered into agreement to acquire the development studios Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal. And the catalog with their IPs including Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Legacy of Kain, and 50 more backlog games from Square Enix Holdings. And the total purchasing price amounts to $300 million.
Which is pretty low for that for like three studios. You would think it would be more than
Oh,
that.
is it low?
300 million? Cause I don't know. Maybe not. I've just been hearing like, how much did Sony buy what's the name for? Not Bungie, but the team that does Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like I
It,
did. I feel like it was more than 300. That was just one studio. But 300 million, it's not low. But I guess you've been hearing these big deals go by and it's been like 1.5 billion and stuff. So maybe I'm thinking it's low.
yeah.
But But I think with Tomb Raider, being a pretty big brand, and they got movies. They had movies. They've done movies of Tomb Raider, so you'd think that's a kind of a big IP, for Tomb Raider because they've done movies of. I don't know that how much money they get off the rights for the movies and stuff, but yeah, it's crazy. I don't think anybody seen this coming. Supposedly, it's rumored that that Square Enix lost 200 million over the last 2 years from Crystal Dynamics at least. Well, I guess the other studio too. 'Cause I think the other studio, I think whatever team that did Avengers, I don't think that was Crystal Dynamics. I thought that was Adios Montreal. Oh,
Yeah.
but supposedly they lost money on the last 2 years from those studios. Like they lost $200 million on the Avengers and out. But yeah, it's strange that I mean, it came out of nowhere. I'm surprised. They said Square Enix said they did this because they needed more money to invest in other IP. I'm just like,
You
okay.
want to talk about what the president said?
He said something about NFTs or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't need to talk about that shit. I mean, but on top of this, you know, it's crazy that they're doing this, but we'll see what's up. But those, you talked about a while back about rumors about Sony buying some studios, and it's supposed to be kind of a big deal. But you know who it was? Well, supposedly that studio was, or the publisher, I should say, was Square Enix. Supposedly they was buying Square Enix. Now, since this happened, I'm not sure if that means that that deal is done. That whatever was going on with Sony and Square Enix is not happening anymore, right? Or maybe now that Sony's still going to buy Square Enix, they just didn't want all of Square Enix. They just didn't want the rest of the developers. Maybe they just wanted the Japanese studio part. So maybe that deal could still be going on. But after hearing what, like you said, the president said stuff like he's talking about needing money to invest. I'm like, if he was selling this to invest, it doesn't seem like they're selling to make themselves smaller so Sony can buy the rest of them. I don't know. But
I don't see why Sony would have just let go of some of that IP itself.
yeah, I wouldn't think that Sony would let go of Tomb Raider. But I think because Tomb Raider is too much like Uncharted, so I don't think they want Tomb Raider. And they're still gonna get Tomb Raider, right? And they're probably looking at the sales, and the sales hasn't been that good. But to me, the IP, I wouldn't think they would let that go because even for the movie rights, I might, or maybe another studio got the movie rights, so they can't do nothing with the movie. So maybe that's why. If the
Probably.
what movies, what do you call it, studios or whatever got the rights to that movie franchise, maybe even if they bought that studio and the Tomb Raider rights, they wouldn't have the rights to the movie. So maybe that's one reason they didn't want that. It made it ridiculous worth the money. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Square Enix if Sony ends up buying them still. That'd be crazy because you know I mean it's just a time. Everybody's just buying everybody. Everybody's just selling. Like it's something going on that we just behind the scenes. It's stuff's cost so much money for make games now because all these studios are just buying and selling, and Microsoft and Sony is just and these other studios and just buying everybody up. Like what is going on? It's like it's crazy that I understand like Microsoft and Sony buying some studios just to add to their catalog, but these other studios is buying up everybody and like it's not gonna be is everybody's gonna be on like with Microsoft or Sony and then and then maybe the tennis or whatever and embrace was like what the fuck is going on with people scooping everybody up. It's gonna be a couple of teams and that's it. Like I just can't believe this. So much of this is going on. It's just crazy to me that all these studios are just getting bought up, like so many. But do y'all have any what y'all's what y'all's feelings on this? And
I don't know. It's like it's really weird for them because I also heard something else about them selling off their Western assets just because they could make themselves a little bit cheaper for Sony. But then again, that doesn't make any sense because why would Sony just lose like a bunch of IP?
well, like I said before, I don't think Sony wants this IP.
I mean, regardless, it's still IP. You can
Yeah, I
still
understand
make
that, but
something out of it.
but Sony, maybe Sony has
I mean, if
so
then
much
they could have
money.
just sold them out themselves.
Yeah, maybe, but they don't know. They might not know all the deals that Square Enix has got going on, right? I think, I think maybe that because this has been a couple of weeks that something was supposed to happen, so maybe that deal with Sony just didn't happen, and maybe Square Enix like, well, but why didn't if Square Enix is going to sell to Sony, why wouldn't they just sell everything to Embracer too, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Embrace didn't want them all, and maybe it's Japanese studio didn't want to sell to a American studio. Maybe I don't know where Embrace is located. I don't know if they're American or where they're from,
They're
but
Sweden.
Sweden, yeah. So yeah,
I
so
just looked at their website and all the other stuff they do.
yeah, yeah. So it's you know, it's Robo West out there in them markets, man. I think I have one idea. I think one reason why, like, at least from a perspective of Sony and Microsoft, I think one reason why they're buying studios because both Sony now too, and Microsoft. Microsoft's got Game Pass, right? Now Sony's doing no new Sony Plus thing, right, where they have streaming games. So I think the more studios they got, the more game companies they have for their streaming platform, like right. So Microsoft's building its own platform, right, where all their games you can day one, right. So if they got all the studios, well, all their games are on Game Pass, right. And Sony could be doing the same thing now. Sony's not as hardcore as Microsoft is with the streaming, but they're all taking steps in that direction. And the more studios and publishers you got, or you are the publisher, but the more studios you got, well, the more games you got on your streaming platform. So you just buying all the studios up so you can have them on your streaming platform. And now maybe that's what they're doing. They're just getting ready for a streaming war. They're gonna have all their games streamed. So the more studios they got for the streaming platform, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna buy them all up. That could be one way. That's just one way of looking at it, I think. And it'd be cheaper for them to own the studios and put them on a platform on their streaming service than paying money to a third party and having it on a streaming platform. Maybe it's in the long run it's cheaper to do it that way. So they say, well, let's just fucking buy them up, and then they're gonna be on, and we don't have to pay them money for every game they put out to bid on it. Having it on stream. I could be one reason. I don't know. I'm just thinking that, man, they're just buying up every. It's like Sony and Microsoft going after every studio, every publisher. It seems like it's just crazy. But it would be crazy if Sony buys Square Enix, which don't affect me because I'm a Sony guy, and as long as I get my games on PlayStation, my Kingdom Hearts, and they just announced a new Kingdom Hearts 4. I mean, stuff's been going crazy with Square Enix for a while though. And on top of this, I just seen a tweet from the guy that's doing uh the guy that's doing Final Fantasy 16. He just put a tweet out that let me find it. Pretty much saying that Final Fantasy 16 is like pretty much done. That's what he's saying, and that there should be a trailer soon, and they're just kind of finishing up bugs or whatever. But the game's like pretty much saying the game is pretty much done and it's coming soon, which is like it's kind of crazy. Like what was that he was talking about last time, not having like a trailer enough and ready or any kind of talk about, but now he's saying, oh, the game is pretty much done and it's coming soon. It's like what? Yeah, Yoshi P. It's, or at least the trailer is done. Maybe not the. He says, well, this is from a stream, but the guy's talking about what the guy said. He said the trailer is done. Certain factors caused the announcement to be delayed, but it should drop soon. Dev team spent a long time polishing and debugging the game. The game is pretty much complete. Let's go. So that's Final Fantasy 16, which I'm pretty excited about. Final Fantasy 16. I won't lie. Like graphically, it didn't like wow me, but the combat and story, I don't know about the story. I didn't get what was going on, but the combat got me. Look, the combat would be kind of cool, so I'm excited. It looked like an action RPG, so I'm always down for those. And this is by the studio that did Final Fantasy 14. You can kind of tell by the graphics; it kind of looks like Final Fantasy 14. In the style, it kind of looks like. But we could get We could, we got Forspoken coming out, and then we could get Final Fantasy 16. And I can see this. I can see Final Fantasy Forspoken coming out this year, and then maybe Final Fantasy 16 at the end of the year, which Forspoken's already at the end of the year too. So maybe Final Fantasy 16 at the beginning of the year next year, or like March. Because I don't think they want to put it at the same time as Forspoken. And then after that, you could get Kingdom Hearts 4 next year, or Final Fantasy 7 remake sometime next year. But yeah, you could have some big time games coming out. But yeah, like Square Enix is selling the Western developers, and the other studios are looks like they're getting the games rolling. Getting them. But y'all have any more to say about this? Or y'all have any? It's not big news, but
Huh?
it's just kind of strange with especially with the whole rumor of Sony buying Square Enix behind it. It's kind of like you know. So another news. Well, this is not news. It's a leak, but well, this is coming from different sources. But supposedly, the Last of Us remake in faction, well, Last of Us remake in factions are nearly finished and could come out second half of this year. And supposedly, the factions multiplayer that was supposed to come out with Last of Us 2 could come out with the Last of Us remake. And another leak says that the Last of Us multiplayer, the factions could come with a battle royale mode. No, that's old. No mind. But yeah, supposedly the Last of Us remake is gonna have factions with it, and it could be coming out this year, both of them. So how y'all feel about that? To me, it's okay. I'm not sure if I want to get Last of Us remake because I really don't want to. I don't really need to go back and replay that just for pre graphics because the game looked good back then, and I don't know. But I do. I wouldn't mind trying that. I wonder if they're gonna. To me, I wonder if they're gonna. Wonder if you only can get factions that way, or maybe you can get. Because I think it'd be done to put only be able to get factions with Last of Us remake. Because I think most people
Yeah.
want to play factions multiplayer, and I think some people only want to play Last of Us remake. I don't know if they want to spend the money for both. Like I think if you can sell Last of Us remake for like 30, $40, it'd be better than selling it with factions for a full $70 price. And if you can sell factions for free to play or make it like $20, $30, I think that's better too. I think some people want both, but I feel like maybe there's more people who want either one of them. I don't know. Especially when
Yeah, just
especially
make it.
when faction was supposed to be included with Last of Us 2. That's
Yeah,
the big thing too. That's gonna rub people the wrong way.
I would say it would need to be at least 30 bucks if it's included with the Last of Us remake.
If they include it for the remake, they're gonna make it $70. I'm telling you right now. They still might. The game might make it $70 anyway. Then if it's remake, because they're gonna have the bells and whistles with PS5. So they might try to make Last of Us a full price game anyways, because the first one was full price and it's gonna be a long game. It ain't gonna be short. So they might make it $70 anyway. So that's why they're putting factions with it because they know they're gonna charge people. They're gonna want to charge people the whole full price for that game. It's a remake. They're gonna probably want to charge people because it's gonna be a long game. It ain't gonna be a small game. Last of Us is long. It's a big game.
Of course, it's gonna be a small game, but
I forgot.
Anybody that has a PlayStation who hasn't played it.
Yeah, I'm saying as I'm saying I'm as I'm saying that's why I just don't know why I just think it's too soon for a remake. I just don't understand. I don't understand
Yeah,
why they waste time with Last of Us remake. You just did a remaster too, so I'm just like it's so strange they're doing this. Like maybe that's why they're putting factions with it because they just it's like why are you doing Last of Us? I just don't understand they're doing Last of Us remake because you just did a remaster. Like it has not been that long since Last of Us, and you just had Last of Us 2, so it's like you're just putting so much Last of Us. Maybe they're just trying to capitalize on the Last of Us TV show, right? But
but that's not even gonna come out till next year.
yeah, well, it was supposed to come out this year, so maybe they was planning on both coming at the same time. But yeah, I don't know. That's one thing I just don't understand. Like, I mean, it's gonna be beautiful. I think it's gonna be graphically good. I just don't think you really need to do it. I just think it's too soon. You just did a remake. And I think part of the fun of Last of Us is playing it for the first time for the story too. Once you already know the story, I don't think that people still like playing, going back and playing through it, but I don't know if they want to play it again for as far as the remake goes. But we'll see. I mean, Sony needs to have a show. They need to say what's. Sony needs to like we're about to talk about Jeff Keighley having his event, but I think Sony needs a they got a lot of stuff cooking, and we just don't know what's going on. We got a lot of rumors. We have a lot of rumors about what they're doing, and we don't really have a whole lot. And Sony needs to come out here and just let us know what's going on with some of these rumors, or maybe they just need to let us know what's going on. So, like I said, let's move on. So, supposedly, Jeff Keighley and IMAX are partnering them up to bring the TGA and Summer Game Fest to theaters. I guess TGA is the awards, right? That's what TGA stands for. Yeah, the
Yeah,
game.
the
Yeah,
Game Awards.
yeah, the Game Awards. So he's gonna bring Summer Game Fest on June 9th, and then in December the Game Awards to theaters. Which Sony did that for the last big one they had. They had it at the theaters.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that at least I know they did it before. I don't know if it was the last one they did, but so to me that tells me I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know if I would really want to go to theaters because I like being home, but to watching it. But maybe that means he's got a strong show. Maybe he's saying, hey,
This is
it,
no Summer Games, so it's like a multi-day show.
well, it's the summer. There's a summer game fest, but he usually has one big show though, like an E3. He does have a show like an E3, but it usually like some of the fest usually is a week, kind of like a week thing, maybe. But he does have like like a show like a one like a 2 3 hour show. So I mean I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think I just wonder what kind of announcements does he got. Do you want to go to the theaters and pay $6 for a drink? That's what I want to know. Damn. Shit. Are you kidding me? $6 for yeah. Fucking pissed me off yesterday. But yeah, what y'all think about this? Y'all think it's cool? Y'all wanna go see any of these? The Game Awards doesn't. I don't think you need to really do for the Game Awards as much, but the Game Fest because the Game Fest, it should be more trailers and big time things. The Game Awards, there's awards and it's more to it than trailers, right? I mean, there's a lot of trailers, but it's usually long. So I don't know if you want to go watch the Game Awards, but I can see the Summer Game Fest being at a cool thing to see. Not really for me, but I can see people wanting to see it though in the theater, big screen TV, seeing these game trailers and stuff. What y'all got to say about anything?
I was thinking about it, and I was like, Am I willing to go to an IMAX theater just to go watch an award ceremony?
Yeah. So I definitely would. I definitely would. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I don't want to do it for any one of them. But if I would do it, it would be for the Game Fest. It wouldn't be for the awards. It would be for the Game Fest. Cause I think that's gonna have bangles. That's gonna be trailers and trailers and trailers and cool announcements and stuff. But I don't need to go out to a theater and see it. But I can see why,
I
cause you know you got
mean,
that surround sound and the audio. You know, and IMAX. It would be cool. I don't think it would be bad.
is this the first time they're doing it? I
Yeah,
don't
he
think it
hasn't
is,
done
right?
it before, but like I said, Sony's done it. Sony's done it at the E3 before, but I don't think anybody else has.
Yeah, but it wasn't IMAX, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was IMAX. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might not have been IMAX.
I mean, I would go. I mean, why not?
Yeah, so you're still young. Um,
Now I say that with a lot of hesitance because if I lived closer to an IMAX theater, I probably would have said yeah.
yeah, like I say, if you're not too far away and it's not out of your way, and you don't know how much the tickets are, is it free? And plus, you gotta pay money for it, right? Too. It's like at
Yeah.
home, you get to watch it for free. You know, when you go out to the theaters, you gotta pay money, which it's probably $10, but it's probably not bad. But still, you still gotta pay money for it. It's probably just trying to find a way to make more money and get more ads. What about you, Devin, the buddy? Would you want to go to a theaters and see any one of these events?
And uh, I'm gonna say I rather wait till hit like platform stream.
Yeah, I mean, it's sure it'd be streaming. I'm saying it would. You can watch it the same day at home. You can stream it at home, but if you want to go to the theaters, you can watch it there or you can watch it at home. You wouldn't have to. It would be going live the same day. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I just you know I just rather be home chilling. But to me, maybe this going to be a banger show. Going to have some big time surprises. Even though Microsoft's on their own, so I don't know if they're getting anything from Microsoft because Microsoft's having their own event in June, right? So that means I don't know if they have anything from Sony. We haven't heard anything about Sony having an event yet around that time. So maybe they get a couple things from Sony. Maybe I think Sony should have their own event, but we don't know what's going on with Sony yet. But and there's not many third parties left because everybody's getting bought up. So I wonder how much stuff he has to show. If maybe he has some stuff. If I forget, I think because Microsoft is going June 12th, so maybe I'll have some stuff from Microsoft like a tease, and then oh here's a little tease, and then Microsoft will have show off more. Maybe I'll have a couple of teasers from Microsoft, get you ready for what Microsoft is doing. I think those because this is June 9th, Summer Game Fest, and Microsoft's showcase is the 12th, so they might tease some things. But I don't think I have any other gaming news on top of my head. I'm probably forgetting something. But yeah, Emperor, I want to know about I want to know about you. You know, you finished Elden Ring, so give us your little review on it.
Shit, hold on. Let me see how many hours I put into this game because I know it's a lot longer than you put in.
Well, I mean, shit, I put a lot of hours into it, though. I ain't like I didn't put no hours into the game. I mean, I put over 150 hours into the game. Shit, that's probably my longest ever on a single player game. I'm trying to think how many hours I put in Final Fantasy 15.
192 hours.
You bring me about 40 hours. Come on now.
I beat it in 40
No,
hours.
you beat me by 40. I had. I think I had like
Like
150.
yeah.
I think I had like 150.
Well, regardless. Anyway, this is a 10 out of 10 game for me. It's like that. Okay, just first off, I'm gonna graphically, it's great. I'm not sure what people are saying that this game graphically sucks or looks bad.
I mean, it don't look bad, but it's okay. It's. I think people probably got more problem with the performance than the actual graphics. I don't think. I just think that it doesn't look bad. I just think when you compare it to like you compare it to Forbidden West, it's just it's blown out the door. But I do think it looks good. It just doesn't look. I guess it doesn't look next gen if you want to say. Or even games like Ghost of Tsushima, I think looks better. And the Ghost of Tsushima on PS4, it's a PS4 game. But I'm just judging from my PS5 version. It looks better
Actually, I
than.
would put it on the same level as that.
I I think
I
other
wouldn't put it next to Horizon.
yeah yeah
Horizon looks better, but just by a very small margin.
no no a whole lot more. It looks.
Granted, I say that
But I can see people like
when not
not.
playing the game, so I
Yeah,
can't really
no,
talk.
I play both, and like Ghost looks good, Last of Us looks good.
Would you count me playing Death Stranding since they made in the same engine?
Well, I can only judge Death Stranding by what I've seen, and Death Stranding doesn't compare to Ghost. I mean, the Ghost, but
Horizon.
yeah, it doesn't compare. But I would say Elden Ring has a good art style. I would say art style helps it a whole lot. I think it does have an
Yeah, the
art,
art style, the was it the art?
but it does. But graphically, it doesn't look as good as Ghost of Tsushima. Definitely not Horizon or even.
Well, I'm just
But I don't know.
I'm
But
going.
it doesn't look bad
Yeah,
though. I mean, it's good. You know, it's a good looking game. I don't think. I don't know. I didn't know anybody say it looks bad. I don't think it looks bad.
I heard some people say it looks bad, but I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I guess, but graphically, I think it looks great. Art style, everything about it looks great. Story, eh. Like the main story that you're on is okay. It's basic stuff, but the lore behind the history of that world is amazing. Uh, Everything mechanically, I guess you could say the gameplay itself, I think is really great. The ability to have many options of trying out swords, sorceries, incantations, and mixing and matching these things. I think it just ends up. You could just end up having an entire play session trying to mix and match things. And I think that also adds up to why I played it so much
I have a
because I
question
was
for you.
just trying out new things.
I want to ask
Huh?
you this. I was thinking about this. Uh, like you say, you get different weapons, you use magic stuff. But one thing I was talking about is when you get like follow into the game, right? You know, when you get a weapon, you want to level up your weapon, right? You get the
Yeah.
stones. To me, one problem I have with this is like when you get into the game and you want to try different weapons out, but then you have but to really for them to be useful at a certain part in the game, they need to be a certain level, right?
Yeah.
You need to put the stats up, but you don't find that stuff so easily. So when you get like halfway through the game or whatever, and you want to try a new weapon out, but like man, I don't have the materials to level this weapon up, and then do you want to waste the materials to level this weapon up and that you might not like, right? What
I
do you
would
what do you
say
think about that? I didn't do it for
I
me
was
because I stuck with one
yeah,
weapon.
yeah, yeah. I
So
understand that, but I
that's one
feel
reason why I
like
stuck with one weapon too. I didn't want to waste materials trying another weapon out because I know, especially with
you
the
should
game's
have just
difficult,
went back.
especially with the game's difficult level, I want to make sure the weapon I'm using is as strong as I can because the game's difficult level. I want to make sure I'm as strong as I could be. So I didn't want to waste materials. There's a couple weapons I leveled up, but they was the same
Yeah.
type. It's just because I was dual with them. But like if I wanted to use like a big claymore, but then it's a whole aspect that you gotta have stats, right? You want to say like
You can have stats, yes. I
you want to
understand
use a
that.
big sword, but if I don't have enough points in strength, well, I can't try that weapon out because I can't build it.
I mean that
I'm just asking. I'm
you
just throwing it
not
out there.
using a weapon. I mean, like you leveling up like your own stats so you can use a weapon. That's a different story.
Yeah,
But you actually trying out the weapon, I would say you should have just gone back to the other low level parts of the
and then try it that
world
way.
and try it that way
That's your
and
solution.
see if you liked it or not.
Okay, I mean, I don't really like that, but I see your point. And I mean, it goes for like
It's just a
Magic
quick
too.
fast travel, man.
I understand. I'm just throwing it out there. And but
Yeah,
and the whole thing with Magic too. Magic's not really a weapon, but you want to see how a spell works. You can level some Magic you use like what you call them, not books, but you had certain
the
things that
sorceries and
yeah,
incantations.
you got to level those up too. I was just wondering. I was just throwing it out there.
Yeah, the way I
That
did
was
it
on
was
my
just
mind.
going back.
If you want, that was just throwing it out there because, like I said, one thing, like you do said, I do like how you get different. You do different classes, I guess. Oh, not really classes, but all the different weapons and magic and stuff. I think that is a good thing about the game. But I just it's not perfect how you gotta level up these weapons and you gotta get these materials and some of these materials are hard to find by. So if you get to the end
Yeah.
game, you want your shit to be tough, strong, and you know, and then on top of that, like I said, you got if you want to run this big claymore, then you didn't even put no points in strength. Well, I mean, but you do get a point where you can uh respec. So
What else do I want to talk about? I'm not sure about you. Have you finished Horizon?
yeah,
When'd you do that?
I did that like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, I think I, I did not. I think I did it on the podcast. I think I talked about it on the podcast.
So I thought he did.
Yeah, I thought I talked about it on the podcast. I gave my review on it on the podcast.
Yeah.
You just
There
said
was a bit. No, I remember. I remember you said that you were like in the last bit of the game.
yeah, but then the very last week I had it
Yeah.
finished. Yeah. Like I said, I think I like. To me, I enjoy myself more with Horizon Forbidden West, but they'll gameplay they are totally different. But thing is, I should like Elden Ring better because Elden Ring has a combat I like more as far as like third person action, right? Swords and
Yeah.
magic. That's more combat I like better. But I enjoyed Horizon's game better because of the story and everything else. But I kind of like because both games are. I ain't gonna lie. I played on. A lot of people say that Horizon's easy on normal
Yeah.
shit. I get my fucking ass kicked. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't like to play stealthy and stuff. Horizon, you can't just go in gun blazing. When you can a little bit, but you really can't because these fucking monsters fuck you up. So you need to be like kind of strategizing what weapons you're using and the type of bullets you're using and where to hit the enemy and how to take on the enemy and stuff. I like to go in guns blazing and that shit gets you fucked up. But you know. So to me, the game wasn't that easy because I didn't play the way that you should play. If you play like
Yeah.
stealthy, it probably kind of easy. But I like to go and blazing and shoot shit up. But like, to me, like I'm more of a fan of action game as far as like swords and magic, right? So
Yeah.
and Horizon's not that. It's stealthy. You using a bow. If Horizon was like Killzone, and I was in a fucking first person shooter. That'd be awesome. Fighting these monsters, kind of like Monster Hunter style, but using guns. I would
Right,
like
like
that.
Monster Hunter and like I guess the other
Well, it doesn't play like
things with swords and stuff would be like Devil May Cry.
yeah, but it doesn't play like Monster Hunter either. Because Monster Hunter,
Yeah.
you can use different weapons, right? And you go in with third person action, right? They take a long
Yeah.
time to kill, but it's still action. But this game, the melee is not good in Horizon. It's not. It's yeah. I won't lie. The melee's I leveled it up and it didn't seem to help. But like I said, I enjoy Horizon better, but not just because of gameplay. It's more of the whole experience I enjoyed better. And other rings, I like the gameplay, but it really frustrated me towards the end of the game. So
I'm about to get to that. No.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I didn't know if you wanted me to talk about Horizon. I don't know. You brought up Horizon for some reason. I
Eh,
didn't know where you was going
Like
with
I
it.
wanted you, I wanted to see you compared the two. Like
Like I said, they are. The thing is, they
yeah,
are totally different games. So it's kind of hard to compare them. You can say which one you like better, but like, could this be your style, right, of games? Because I mean, I should like Elden Ring better, but I don't, because it's more my style besides the Demon Souls style. But as far as third person action with swords, I should like it better, right? But I don't. But it's because I have some big time gripes for Elden Ring. Maybe I still enjoy it. I would probably give Elden Ring. I would probably give them both the same score. I'd probably give them both 8. But I like Horizon better. But I'd probably give them both the same score, right? I'd probably give them both 8. But I like Horizon better. But I'd probably give them both 8 out of 10.
yeah,
But 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 though this, it's hard to compare them. Besides them being open world, but even the open world, Elden Ring's open world, but it feels kind of different in the open world in a way. Horizon feels like your typical open world, but it's just so beautiful, and it's just the environment. It's all once you get Horizon, you just see where you're at, and if you really just take in the moment to see where you're at, oh man, it's it's fucking beautiful. I just love this the trees and the foliage, like, cause you know how lots of us looks good, but then Horizon's just like Horizon's more colorful too, and it's just these robots look clean and crisp in the metal, and just it's a good looking game. But it's just the different. But as far as games go, they're just different. Like Horizon's telling you a story. You got quest lines you can go do. You can do this, follow this. You can get you can get armor and stuff. Elden Ring, but this game it tells you you can get farming stuff to get better armor and better weapons, and you got different types of weapons in Horizon. You can use, but the main weapons the bow and arrow. But they're, they're kind of hard to compare because Horizon is the gameplay is just totally it's totally the main thing is the gameplay, the action in it. The games are just different. Like the gameplay is just different, and I'm not a Demon Souls guy. I haven't liked any other Demons. I haven't hated them. I played most of all of them. I just didn't finish all of them. I mean, I was really liking Bloodborne, but I got to a boss because Bloodborne seemed a little bit faster, but I just couldn't beat this one boss. But I say something. I beat Elden Ring. You know, I in the beginning I was really liking it, but and the thing about it is Elden Ring is I had to look at a lot of guys. I had to farm a lot to make my guys stronger. I had to look online to get some. And Horizon, I didn't have to do all that. I just played the game and enjoyed it. So that's different. That's another reason why too I like Horizon. I just jump in and enjoy the ride. Elden Ring, I'm YouTube. I'm trying to farm, trying to get my guys strong because I'm getting wiped up. I got to do all this stuff just to enjoy Elden Ring, just to get to the end of it, right? I had to do all this extra stuff. You don't have to, but to me, to make it easier and make it enjoyable, I had to do all this extra stuff. Horizon, I had to do all that. I jump in the game and I enjoy the ride. I mean, you can look on YouTube and find better armor and stuff like that, but you don't really have to. You could just enjoy it and have fun and enjoy the storyline and enjoy the characters and yeah. But in the end, like I said, they're just different types of games. And like I said, there's a couple things in Elden Ring's combat that's pissed me off to the fucking core. That's the reason why, again, I should like more than Horizon. I don't because there's a couple things in Elden Ring that just pissed me off so much that bumps it down for me. But it's still, like I said, it's still a good
yeah,
game though. But to me, I think if you like Death Stranding, I think you would like Horizon for some reason because it's kind of stealthy, and you like Metal Gear Solid stuff like that. I think you would like Horizon because it's kind of, to me, Horizon almost fits into that category more, like a Metal Gear. Not as far as story goes, but as far as gameplay, just because it's kind of stealthy when you fight monsters and how you have to be kind of strategic when you go into a battle. Right, you trying to figure out how you're gonna
yeah.
take it. To me that feels more like a Metal Gear. Or, I don't know about Death Stranding because Death Stranding is not really that much action, but it's by the same guy. But to me, I would probably put Horizon more into that style because the stealthiness to it and the strategy when you fight the monsters and stuff, where to hit the monsters and yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, go ahead and continue. Yeah, you need to finish. Yeah.
yeah. I want to talk about the open world. My God, the open world is so well crafted in this game. It's like I don't think there's been an open world game where it's been pulling me in every single direction, where everything in the world looks interesting to go to. It's like there are different things that are pulling me everywhere. There might be gravestones, enemies off into the distance that you might just end up finding some catacombs and some giant tree off into the distance that you can go to and find a giant monster thing guarding it. But my god, it's I love this. I'm not sure. I can't think of another open world game that has captured my interest like this game has.
Hmm. I mean, I do think it has excellent. I don't think this has been my favorite open world as far as, but I do think it had like as far as catch my interest. But I do think like the level design is very very good. I think games like like even Final Fantasy 15, that open world game captured my interest. Maybe it's because it's Final Fantasy in that universe, but
Yeah,
that open captured my interest a whole lot.
I'll say
But I do
that too. But
but the level design, I do think like it's very very how stuff connects and shortcuts and stuff. I think it's crafted very good. I will give it that. The level design is excellent. How they put stuff together and everything's connected and shortcuts and stuff. Yeah, I do think it's probably the best as far as how stuff is connected and shortcuts go. I do think it's
yeah,
probably the best.
okay. So I'm not sure if you're just like me, but I really love the boss fights in this game.
I can't say I do, bro. I I didn't hate him. I think some are okay. Some are okay. I like the design of them. I do like. I think they have character as far as how they look and
You
stuff.
can't name me like a favorite one that you fought.
A favorite one. I haven't thought about which one like the one I actually enjoy because I'm usually just trying to kill him. I'm not fun. I never think about that's in any game. That's not this. I'm not just judging this game. Any boss battle, I'm just trying to kill. So I don't know if I'm trying to think of favorite boss, but that I actually enjoy fighting. Hmm.
Because I'll name you some of my favorite ones. I can't really pick a top one.
Well, you pick
That
some.
might
Let me see if any of those. Yeah, you just go ahead and name it. I don't know if I have a favorite one. To tell you the truth.
so I'll say these are like the bottom ones, but they're in no particular order. But the one where you fight the ancestral deer.
I hated that one. Definitely, definitely didn't like.
Why?
It wasn't that bad. I didn't enjoy the fight. I didn't really think that. It is how. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put that. I definitely wouldn't pick that one. I think the
First
ones
of all,
to me the ones probably not bad and enjoyable is the ones you just fighting another guy with a sword, like the bosses that kind of humanoid. You know, you just dodging and stuff. Those I kind of they're not bad. I kind of enjoy those.
we might get to those anyway.
Not the one. There's one guy with a fucking shield I hated, fucking with a passion. Some night. I think it was a Crucible Knight. Oh, I fucking hate. I was trying to fight him early on, and he fucked me up. I just couldn't.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would tell you that I didn't like him.
What about tree sentinels?
Tree Sentinels are okay. They weren't bad fights. Some of them were okay. Some of them I didn't like. Some of them were okay.
Eh. Yeah, but I like the I named them the John Deere boss fight. Just like I love his boss arena and the music behind it. So that's why it's one of my favorites. Next one would probably be Radon.
Radon's the rich.
No, Radon's the dude that just comes in like a meteor.
Oh, that's the horse guy, right?
Yeah, that's the horse guy.
Yeah, I didn't like him. Hated him. Yeah,
Why not?
I didn't like that fight.
Why?
That fight pissed me off.
I love that fight.
Yeah, I didn't like that fight because he's wiping shit. He swings and just fucking hit me every fucking time. Oh yeah,
Okay,
I like his
the
weapons
next
though.
one is weapons.
Yeah, his two big claymores.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, pretty sick.
The next one will probably be Renala,
That's the
which is
witch.
the witch. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the witch.
that's all okay boss fight. She was pretty easy, so
Yeah, she was easy. Like,
yeah,
I'm not sure why people had such a hard time with her.
yeah. Maybe because she had two phases, but the second phase wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the first phase wasn't even that hard.
No.
I feel like once you understood what you needed to do, like it was pretty
I mean,
easy.
that's before my mimic got nerfed, so that was that was
Well, you probably had an easy time then.
yeah.
But yeah, but Ronaldo's arena was awesome. The music in there was awesome. Can't think of any other boss fights right now. The ancestral dude, not the ancestral, the void dude, the one part of Ronnie's quest line. The ancestral void thing. I forgot the name of the thing.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I think I do. Is that the guy that's supposed to be what's his name? Shadow or something? Bane Shadow, the wolf guy? Shadow when you fight in that.
No, oh, that's still Stars of the Void. I think that's a real one.
Don't do it, Devin.
There.
I just I just see him over the fade now. I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it, Devin. Don't do it.
I know it. Ooh.
That's still Natural Born of the Void. There we go.
I'm not sure who that. What's that look like? Or what's he look like? Or she? Or
You you ever seen Jurassic Park?
yeah, it's like a.
You remember that
Ooh.
cartoon they showed when they first entered like that
Oh no,
Jurassic Park museum?
no, no. I don't remember the details. I've seen it, but it's been a long time, and I don't remember the details. I'm trying to think. Okay. I'm sure I did. Cause I did
That
her.
dude.
I did her quest line, so because I got her ending, so I'm sure I fought. I
I
just don't.
posted it in Discord.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was kind of thinking that's what it was.
So, and that from Elder Scroll,
Other ring.
Elder Ring. Oh, Elder
Yeah,
Ring.
that's one of them.
Okay.
Um,
And
and
like,
then Melina.
Oh, I didn't fight her, so.
Yeah,
yeah,
go back and fight her.
Uh if I get back on Elden Ring, I will fight. I will go fight some of the bosses I didn't fight, but I had no interest to get back into the game, so not at this time. I mean, I will sooner or later I'll get back in. I just
Can you just do that for me?
not right now, bro. This guy, I just don't.
I need you to go back and fight her.
I know what she's about. So trust me, I'm not trying to break my PlayStation
Oh
5
come
game.
on, you beat this game and no problem. She will be no problem.
No, I think I can take her on. I just don't. I gotta get to her too. That's not the point. I had to get to her. I didn't get. I didn't explore that whole. I mean, I went to that area, but I didn't get to that far area. So
Come on, you beat it in one shot. Come on.
yeah, I gotta get. I just. I don't. Man, I just don't. Look. Sooner or later, we'll get there.
And then the last couple of bosses were actually pretty cool. So like Melikov, Godfrey, and Radagon. I thought all of them were pretty cool.
Mm. Yeah,
Mainly, mainly Radagon just because like they they hype it up so much by playing the main menu music when you start the fight.
yeah. I think when you fight the big dragon stuff, they were just kind of cool fighting those, just because they're not.
Like all the dragons were cool.
I didn't really like fighting them, but I thought like they always seem to kind of be more intense because they're so big, and then just the dragons, and just like it's just just dragons too, so it's just like that always felt
Yeah, I
more
kind of hope.
that always felt more
Um,
epic.
yeah, I kind of hope Bethesda actually looks at this and improves upon it
Yeah,
for
yeah,
their own next Elder Scrolls game.
yeah. Well, let's see what kind of settings that. I don't think they're going. I don't think their action be as good as this, because they're more of a. Because even Skyrim, like finally made it third person. It wasn't bad, but it's not it's not that type of game as far as action goes. It's more of a I don't know. It's more of a first person kind of game that you can play in third person.
Yeah, that's true.
So was you satisfied with the ending? Don't do it, Devin.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with the ending.
I'm not. Try not to.
Like, what do you mean?
Just if you did you like the ending how it ended, and I don't know what ending you got, but you like, oh yeah,
I got the Rodney. I did the Rodney one.
to the moon.
Yeah.
Yes, the one I got. Yeah. You got anything else to say about it? So I have a question. Do you think in game of the, do you think any game this show gonna beat it? Because right now it's probably your game of the year. Do you think there's a game coming out this show that can beat it? Take the place.
I don't think any game can beat this.
Mm. I mean, it's already been
The
beaten.
only the only game that could come close to beating is God of War.
Yeah, I think God of War.
But even God of War for me is like
Yeah.
the only reason why I'm playing this is because of the story.
Oh yeah. See, I like God of War. I like the story and graphics and gameplays, all hands down. Even the old God of War is better than Elden Ring. Like God of War Ragnarok is way better than Elden Ring in my mind. But I think I enjoy Horizon better than this game. So this is not even my game of the year now. I'm looking forward to Ninja Turtles comes out. That to me beats this game as far as game of the year goes. The new the new the new Ninja Turtles arcade game coming out to me will be better than Elden Ring. I'm more hyped about that. So
Oh, yeah.
I know God of War is gonna be probably my game of the year. Oh, even for I think Forspoken can be a surprise to people. If Forspoken's got a very good storyline, I think it can be contend. I think I'm enjoying Forspoken a whole lot. I'm just hoping the gameplay. I don't because the gameplay is I might it's
Yeah, I need to look at the gameplay.
gameplay is like she's shooting. Is it melee action? Is it shooting action? I have to see how if it's fun and it feels good to play. Forspoken, I
I'm
think.
serious. I mean,
Cause
the main
I
from
think
the
I'm gonna
same
like
people
I
that
think I'm
made
gonna like the story in Forspoken. I like what I'm seeing as far as story goes. As far as that,
it's just an isekai story.
yeah, I like those. I like them, and I like her dialogue and stuff. I'm just really looking forward to it. But and I like the movement. I just don't know, what kind of.
Isn't it made from the same people that made Final Fantasy 15?
It might be same studio. Some people, yeah. But I thought that's the people who did Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. It's still tricky who's doing what over there sometimes. But
But yeah, to end my review on this, I think it's a 10 out of 10. It's personally my game of the year currently. And this might be a game that people will talk about for the coming years.
oh, it would be
It's like,
people are always saying that. It's one of them Breath of the Wild moments. To me, I like Zelda Breath of the Wild better, but even that I like better than this game.
Even Breath of the Wild couldn't even touch this, in my opinion.
Oh, see, I mean, it's just they all have different opinions. Like I said, I think it's a good game. I just don't think it's as great as everybody says it is. It's just a lot of things just didn't hit with me, and I liked it. I liked it a lot, but it really got frustrating. And the way I had to play just to enjoy it. I had to look online. I had to grind my character up so many levels. Just to that to me, that takes away the magic. And I don't mind grinding.
You don't like the challenge, man?
I don't mind a challenge, but this challenge is frustrating. Some things is frustrating.
Listen, if you get over this,
And the movement,
more
it's
better than that Kingdom Hearts bullshit.
dog, we're about to go to war, brother. I'm gonna tell you right now. Kingdom
I'm
Hearts.
just saying.
And no, I'm just saying. Kingdom Hearts 3 is very better than this game. You are your fucking mind. I like Kingdom Hearts 3 battle system better than this game's battle system. It's more fun to me to play.
I mean, what I'm saying is to get that fucking bullshit ending, the special ending in Kingdom Hearts 3, where you have to fight all the bosses.
Oh, to get the special ending. I don't think I
Yeah.
got the special ending. No, if you beat it on hard, you don't have to do all that.
That is pretty crazy though. Do they really do they really have to make like really had to make like really had to make up the ending for a DLC though.
Well, at the end, it's not really DLC. Is just expanded. It's not really.
Because I don't say like this. I was like, was everybody confused
No,
for
you
that
didn't.
ending?
It's just Kingdom Hearts always leave you hanging. Kingdom Hearts games always leave you hanging for the next game. And you didn't need the DLC because DLC still leaves you hanging. Like if you didn't have the DLC, you'd still be going. From what Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to pick up, you didn't need the DLC to tell you that's what's going. You wouldn't have as much clues of where he's at, but you still could go from Kingdom Hearts 3 to Kingdom Hearts 4 without the DLC.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's a good review. Like I said, I don't think it's that great. I think it's a good game. I don't think it's 10 out of 10. I don't think it's fucking game of the year. I don't think it's, but I do think it's a good game. I see why people like it. I just think that there's a couple things that's really bugged me to my core about it that pissed me off so much. And one thing is if I start not to like how a game feels and the movement and stuff, that really takes the game from me. I really can't play game. I'm at the point now if I don't like how a game controls and feels, it really puts me off of games. But I don't think it's bad. It's just didn't hit the right spot with me completely. But I still think it's fun. I still think I still
Speaking of that, it's like people are complaining about the stuttering issues. Like I barely had stuttering issues at the beginning, but towards the end, I started noticing them a lot
I didn't
more.
even have stuttering issues, but I definitely had some performance issues. Didn't I don't really remember it stuttering as much. I don't remember that, but I definitely had some performance issues, some slowdowns and some stuff like that. It definitely acted funky for me.
Yeah, but for me, it's like
But like I
I
said, you're
would
on
have.
PC, I'm on PS5, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the difference there might be, but for me, it's like if the game is good, very good to the point where I don't notice that or take an account of that, then it's doing something right. Just like the same way I was with Cyberpunk. Yeah, there might have been bugs and glitches here and there, but the game was so good for me that I
I was gonna pick it up because they had it for real cheap on Play. I think they had it for like $10, the PS5 version. But I was like, nah, I don't think I can get down with it.
yeah.
I just because I like Witch 3 so much, but and plus it's a
Like
set.
for $10.
They had it cheap. I know they had it on Steam for like real cheap. I think they had it on PlayStation for like $10 or $20 on the PS5 version, maybe. I'm not
Yeah, I
sure.
remember. Well, I'm replaying it again on PS5. I got that on sale.
Yeah, it might not been that cheap. But I remember seeing it on there for cheap because I thought, cause I was like, you know what, I might, cause I was like, you know, I might get it because it's so cheap. But in the end, I'm just like, nah, I just. So yeah, that's a cool review. I'm gonna give a short review on Doctor Strange, but I don't want to talk about the story too much. I don't want to get no spoilers. But yeah. So Doctor Strange 2, overall, good movie. I definitely think it's worth seeing in theaters. Not as good as Spider Man, not even close. I'd probably say it's probably the same level as Batman. I probably put it on the same level as Batman. I'm not sure which one I like more. But I probably put it on the same level as the Batman that just came out. As far as which one I like more, I don't know yet. I like them both from different reasons. Because Batman and Strange are two different types of movies, but they're both on the same level. But Spider-Man, it's a different type of movie than Batman. But it's just Spider-Man is just so good. It's just so. But Doctor Strange is it's a good movie. It's just not, you know. I think that my biggest problem with Doctor Strange is the villain. I don't want to. Most people already know who the villain is, but I wanted to. I knew this person was gonna be the villain, but I thought there was gonna be somebody even over top of this villain, and that wasn't. This was just the villain was just this person, and it was like it was just kind of weak how they did. I just didn't like how that was. And there was a special moment that everybody's been teasing about that was gonna happen in the movie, and that happened. But that part was still kind of a letdown. Like the movie with this is what it was good, but I didn't really have any like oh gosh moments like super. They had some super cool moments, but no like oh man this like Spider Man. Spider Man was just like oh shit man it was just And this movie I liked it and I enjoyed it. I liked the characters and it was cool and nothing was really bad about it. It just didn't have those. Just didn't really hit me like really hard. And it's just I think a lot of the trailers. I mean, they shit. A lot of stuff's been spoiled, man. There's no to me. I was not surprised by anything. I mean, I was surprised by this person being the only real villain. I thought there was gonna be something else, but besides that, uh, yeah, it was just. I would say it's fucking brutal. I mean, PG-13. Whew, they I don't know how they did it. I can kind of tell how they did it, but whoo, it's people getting fucked up. I'm gonna tell you that right now. One part that I was disappointed in, that part right there, I was disappointed in it, but that part people get fucked up. Well, the whole movie, people are just getting murdered. I'm telling you, it's brutal. Like they slick with getting it to PG-13 because people get fucked up hardcore. It is crazy. I'm just like, damn, like this is PG-13, really? Just let this ride out right here. Uh, but I enjoyed it. Fun movie. I big thing. It's not really honest. I think one thing I'm having a problem with too. It's not just. It's that I feel like the Marvel universe shit's not connecting like it should be. Like, cause you had ever since Endgame, I don't see stuff doesn't seem to be flowing together like it did in the past as far as stuff connected. Cause it used to be this movie just seemed like they was just connected one after another. They was just tying in, and this one I just don't see like the tying in with that in the like. I mean, WandaVision ties in. You know, everybody's seen the trailers that Doctor Strange goes to Wanda, so that ties into this. But like the Loki TV show, kinda, but not really. And then like you had the stuff with like a movie I like better than this is the Sean Lee movie, Shanghai or whatever that martial arts movie was. I like that better than this movie, maybe because I'm more into martial arts. But to me, that movie was better than this movie. But stuff happens at that movie. But even with what's his name Wong, but nothing. There's no, and they kind of talk about what kind of happened with Spider-Man in this movie a little bit, but nothing really. But I just don't feel like the Marvel universe is connecting like it used to be. Even the stuff that just happened with the show I just watched, I just feel like I need to see more connectivity more, and I just don't see like I'm seeing that right now. Even with the Eternals movie, that shit happened. Like, how is Doctor Strange not even thinking about what the fuck happened in the Eternals movie. Like I think a big Titan almost came out of the planet and exploded the planet, and half our Titan is still kind of out in the ocean, and I just don't see any kind of thing. I don't see no connectivity. And Doctor Strange is kind of like he's the main guy from the Avengers because Tony Stark's dead, and I just don't. I just feel like the movies hasn't been connecting as good as they used to, and then maybe that shouldn't really affect this movie too much, but it's in the back of my mind a little bit. I feel like the movies are not tying in as much as they usually do. But but besides that, like I said, it's a good movie. I think it's still a fun movie. It's still enjoyable. I don't want to spoil anything about it, but it's good. Good. I like the new character they introduced, American Chavez. I think she's a good. I liked her performance in this movie. I liked her, and Wong was funny and cool. I think that Wong had some awesome moments in this movie. It's a good movie and some awesome stuff. I just think that a lot of hype behind this movie, and that hype moment was like kind of a letdown in a way. And then I didn't like the villain, like how the villain ended up being. I was like, ugh. I was like, ugh. That's it. But besides that, it's a good movie. I think if you're planning on seeing, it, I think you should see it. I think it's a good time in theater seeing it. But don't expect it to be anything like if you really love Spider-Man, yeah, don't think this is gonna be on Spider-Man's level because it's not. I won't lie, it's not on Spider-Man's level. At least for me, I mean, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and that Spider-Man movie did everything for me. But this movie is. You think it's because it's motivated madness, but nah, it don't. I can't really say anymore because I don't want to spoil stuff. But yeah, but it's a good movie. I do think you should see it. Like I said, I put it on the same level as Batman. But I think that's gonna be it. Anybody else got anything? We got Devin up here falling asleep, so
I was say, is that five waking up 5 in the morning
I
for
tell you,
work?
brother, I was thinking about today. I was at work, and it was at the end of the day, and I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the podcast because I was at work and I was like so weak and tired, and I was like, man,
Man,
I don't know if I need to get a nap or something because I work. I was just after lunch, I was just my body was just dying on me. I was like, oh shit.
uh, that's where waking up 5 a.m. It just ain't working for me.
Yeah, it's rough. I know. You don't get no nap. You get in the night. You get tired. Trust me. I was.
Dude, like I probably have to like wake up like around like 3 a.m.
Yeah. I know those
to
days.
to get to get ready.
Trust me. I used to work and go to school, and I used to drive on the road
Man,
driving. I used to fall asleep driving. So I know. I know. I fell asleep a couple times at the wheel and woke back up. Oh shit!
freaking
ain't
have
no
like
ain't no
5 hours
fun.
of sleep.
But yeah, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's gonna be it before we go off on a tangent. But yeah. If you haven't seen Doctor Strange, go watch it.
I need some ice.
Go play some Elden Ring if you haven't. That's Game of the Year so far for the Emperor. And until next time, peace.
Yeah.
Later.